my homie.
Hey, not much. Ryan Gonzalez, what up, my dog?
Hey, yes, sir. That's our best intro yet to date.
Is it?
Okay.
I feel like the first one where we used the echo was really good.
Because you didn't know?
I don't remember.
So yeah, my favorite thing is to let you know. But now we've done it every week. So I assume you know. Every week. I put
But there's echo?
Yeah, I put a reverb on it every time. So, but yeah. Okay, well, that's a good podcast time. Right on.
All right.
There we go.
We'll see y'all next week.
All right, yeah. So week 26, right?
Right.
Can't believe we made it.
Yeah, I know.
I know. What's funnier than 25? Not 26. 26
Not 26.
No.
26.
I thought it was just 25.
26 is just
Yeah.
a flat line.
I feel like your joke landed last week, maybe for
Yeah?
most people. Yeah.
I feel like maybe it'll help. Maybe also because I posted the clip before the announcement today on Instagram stories. It's like, guess what's funnier than number 24, number 25? And it's like, boom, 25 out now. So people are like, oh, yeah.
How does your brain work? How do you get this? How are you this creative all the time? Like, what goes on in your head before you do this stuff? You know, I know. Normally when we have a guest, we interview them. But I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna interview you real fast. So give me a little bit of insight. What's that like?
The creative process of running the social media account of Gonzalez and Galyean.
Yeah, the fans want to know. I feel like that's a lot closer than it normally is.
It looked a little closer.
Yeah, that's all right.
That'd be all right.
That's all right.
What was the question? I'm joking. So last night I was getting ready. I was uploading the pod. I had it uploading into Libsyn. I'm typing out the title, the post, and all this. I got it scheduled, and while doing that, I was watching SpongeBob at the same time. I had it playing in the background. I'm working on it, and I put in number 25, and then that scene popped back into my mind. I made that joke. And so I'm like, I'm going to look up that clip just because like, I haven't watched that clip in a while. So I watched it, and I was like, stream recorded it.
Oh, yes.
I hit it with the stream record.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to post this tomorrow sometime to help promote the episode. And I was actually posting the announcement today. It's like, 25 out now. And then I was like, hold up. What if I posted the video before?
Oh, my gosh.
Right? Because like, that's the people when they're tapping on our icon Gonzalez and Galyean, they expect the teaser reel, they expect just the logo with the announcement.
Definitely.
But like
they weren't expecting that.
They weren't. Yeah, no, they weren't.
That's what's crazy.
That's the thing.
When you do the unexpected,
they weren't expecting to watch a clip of SpongeBob first. So then they remember like, what's this? What is it, SpongeBob?
They were expecting us, but they didn't get us.
He's like, what's funnier than 24? And Patrick's like, let me hear it. And they're like, what's going on right now? And then when he says 25, I can't
imagine the confusion that's going on in their head at that moment.
I know. I wish we could see their webcams and just be like, they were like,
that might be a little creepy, but yeah.
So then when it's like 25, and they're like, and they skip 25's out, and they're like, I gotta listen to it now.
Dang.
Because SpongeBob and Patrick are down with it.
God must bless you double fold.
Oh, yeah, I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah.
And that was just this morning, but yeah.
Man.
I mean, I'm still here to be doing the 26 podcast. So I'm blessed.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you heard it first.
Yeah. That's how that went down.
This is the creative mind from Galyean on the podcast. He just... You just give applause to yourself.
Hey, you weren't going to do it.
Dang straight I wasn't going to do it. Yeah. Okay.
So much goes into that. Just saying.
I like it better when we're wearing... Never mind.
What?
I was going to say, I like it better when we're wearing pants. We're wearing shorts, okay? Yeah. We do have clothes on.
This is all I got on right here.
Yeah. Just a jacket. Yeah, so, speaking, man, this is like the first time we were wearing winter attire.
Yeah.
Literally yesterday afternoon. It's pretty humid, not really like really, really cold, but like kind of chilly.
Yeah.
Today I would say it was pretty chilly all day.
I wore my hoodie all day today.
Yeah. I didn't because the install we did inside was super, super hot. So I just took it off. But the wind was really cold. As soon as that sun went down, really cold. Really cold. Feels great. I would I think it's a voice crack. I would love to be by a fire right now. But I'm sitting here podcasting.
What's the deal with Tuesday? Every time someone talks about Tuesday, it gets colder. the first time I heard about Tuesday night, it was 33.
Yeah.
And then I heard 31.
Yeah.
And then I heard 30. And then today I heard 28.
No way.
Inconceivable.
Ain't
Right?
No way. So tomorrow I'm gonna freeze my booty off. Is what you're saying?
Tuesday night though, like so mainly like Tuesday night and then Wednesday.
Okay. Well, so my phone, Apple weather, so not really reliable. Saying the lowest is 42, and highest is 61 for Tuesday. The lowest for Wednesday is 35.
So everyone else was just smoking, or Apple just ain't got it up.
Yeah, they were smoking.
That or Apple just ain't with the program.
As a matter of fact, it went up because I think it was at like 33 or something.
Good, man. I was like, I'm not ready for none of this.
No. The only good part is, in a way, is it's not where you go to work with the 2 jackets.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, you're in a t-shirt or, muscle shirt. At least it's going to be cold for the most of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm going to move this right quick. In the way of my water. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we don't wear muscle shirts at our place. That's actually against our get him. Got him.
All right, that's the first murder on the podcast camera ever.
Just like leave him there, and then just throughout the podcast, there's be more dead bugs on the wall.
Ugh, it's nasty. I hope when y'all watching the next week podcast that's not still there. Well,
Anyways,
we'll see. Yeah.
Muscle shirts are against our dress code at work.
Really? Y'all have a dress code?
I remember when I first got the job, it was just like wear jeans and whatever it is, you just have to be wearing jeans and then no muscle shirt. That's it. You don't care what you wear.
So you have to wear jeans. You can't wear joggers.
No, it has to be jeans.
My
or
first
shorts.
job, Hughes Appliance. I guess it was my second, but I wore joggers in the winter. It was awesome. I would say I probably could, maybe at my job now, but I just feel like it's not like really professional. But man, it keep me way warmer. I do under my overalls whenever it's cold enough. Then I do. I'm sure you wear long johns under your pantalones.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
If it's like
I don't actually own a pair of long johns anymore.
I think like my rule is like if it's in the 40s, I'm wearing long johns. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I can normally cope with some 40s.
Nah.
Listen, here's the thing. I can cope with like really cold weather as long as there is no wind.
Wind sucks. It's brutal.
If it's 50 degrees and there's a good enough wind, it's cold. Today it was chilly and it was 60. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think it was 70. Where was that?
At one point it did get 70, I think.
But it was cold. Because that wind was cold.
Yeah, kind of nippy.
Kind of nippy. To be completely honest.
Yeah.
Had to pop the shirt a couple times.
What's over here?
Oh snap! That's that cross of Jesus.
That crucifix saying.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So if it's 40 and it's windy, not having it. Matter of fact, 40, wind, and rain, no sir.
Yeah, I just prefer die.
Yeah, for real. Literally, is one. That was probably that's the probably worst combination of weather I could put you in.
Cold, wet, and windy.
Really, anything under 40, but 40 and under, wind and rain.
Yeah.
And you have to work with your hands because,
dude,
it's terrible. With what we do, we splice, and we splice outside, or I do most of the time, and use alcohol wipes. Well, alcohol, when you're using, you don't really put a lot on your hands, but you're wiping a fiber, and when you're doing that, it's getting on your hands, and the alcohol dries out the moisture in your hands.
Yep.
So that just makes that rain and that cold and the wind 10 times worse.
Yep.
It's terrible. And when it's cold like that, the fiber breaks easier, so it takes you twice as long to get the outside done. So, it's not fun.
Yeah.
There's only been a couple times I've been like piping mad and pretty much yelled at my coworker. And one of those times, actually I think the only time was literally, it was that exact weather. It was terrible.
Yeah. So pretty much cold weather, stay away. Like cold weather.
Yeah. And here's my other thing, man. If it's gonna be freaking cold, there better be an inch. There better be 3 inches plus of snow on the ground, or I ain't about it. There ain't no reason to be cold if there ain't no snow. And here's another thing: if it snows, it's good for a good day and maybe 2. After that, It needs to melt,
That's what I'm
dry
saying.
up,
What are you
and
doing?
let me go back to work.
I'm like, what are you doing with snow anyways? Like, I don't know. All snow does is make everyone else get to take a day off except for me. So I don't really like the snow. Because my boss does not care.
We don't either, actually. But somehow it always works out where I'm either was sick, so I couldn't go back to work, or something. For some reason I couldn't go because, I don't know. Last time it snowed, we worked, and I was so mad because nobody really wanted us to do their installs. Except for one person. They went to our church, and we're like, you don't have to do it, man. We can do it another day. Oh, yeah, come on down. Man, I want to be home. Snowball. And it was like enough snow you could probably like maybe have a snowball fight, but like it wasn't like enough to like, really have a whole lot of fun. So, but we ended up running off the road that morning. Matter of fact, we had to drive my truck to work. And my tires are really bald. And I hit the bridge.
Not good.
I think I told you about this actually. I hit the bridge crossing the Darn. And I fishtailed a couple times. And then I gained composure of it and straightened it out, and we're good. Pretty nervous. That was one of the closest I've ever been to a wreck. But, you know, good driver. Gained it. And, thank you. And, and then we got, we said that. And then we got back, we got in the work truck and we went down the road, and then we did a whole 180. Like, we went this way and turned, 180. And it popped our tire. I don't know, but it did. Wild.
It's not good.
Wild freaking story, man. So that's my work stories.
Already?
from like a couple months ago. Yeah, I didn't even mean to. I'm not actually jumping straight to work stories. I was just saying the fact of.
Yeah.
And I was telling a story that happened to be about work.
That's fair.
I think it's fair.
I got some hair in
so, what's this I hear about spitting your gum out?
Oh yeah, I was saying.
Because Steven has beef.
Yeah, I'm just saying, spitting your gum out is the only way people talk about discarding their gum.
Dude, the word discarding your gum.
Yeah.
Why can't we just say, can you discard?
Let me go discard my gum right quick. Or
I'm going to go discard my gum.
Or, you know, some people, they don't spit it out. They put it in their wrapper, throw it away. But they say, I'm going to go spit out my gum right quick.
Let me go rewrap my gum.
Yeah. Let's spit out my gum is the only way people get rid of it.
Let me go put your gum behind your ear.
Yeah.
Or, what about this one? Swallow your gum.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Normalize swallowing your gum.
It's all fun and games, of course, until a magic school bus goes into your stomach and almost dies from it. But
the magic school
that's
bus.
in the worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's just TV. That doesn't actually.
Dude. Where?
I understood that reference.
There you go.
There you go.
That's
a magic school bus. So, yeah, I don't...
Or let me go flush my gum right quick. You know,
that's honestly like the most... Or really, let me go throw my gum. Yeet it.
Bro, I eat some gum.
Because literally, after church, I ain't gonna lie, there's a pasture.
Bro, I know what dude.
Throw it, and it's gone.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's gone.
Now, don't be the people that stick your gum under the table
that's what I was saying. That's
or on the road, concrete. Like, dude, have a little bit of self-respect. At least throw it in the dirt where maybe it can decompose or some crap.
Or even like in bathroom stalls, gum.
That's so nasty.
So nasty. Like, how trashy you gotta be.
For real. I will honestly say I've never done that in my life.
Me either.
Because I have self-respect for people, for myself, and for others.
Yeah,
but
I don't want to walk into a public restroom where there's gum, so I'm not gonna stick no gum nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was raised right.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. See, they say, and it may be longer, and it may not be a true fact. I read about it one time to make sure, but I'm not 100%. But they say when you swallow a piece of gum, it takes around 7 years for it to be completely decomposed by your body's system. Mm-hmm. Now, your body's system can break down things incredibly well, right? I mean, literally, you eat, it takes around... did I say 7 hours or 7 days?
I think you said 7.
Or 7 years.
I think you said 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah.
So when you eat something, normally it takes around 8 hours to 12 hours, I think, for it to fully go through your digestive system in and out, right?
Unless it's Taco Bell, am I right?
Hey, man. That's a solid 2 minutes, tops.
Yeah, you make it to 3 minutes, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, you put the special sauce on, and it's just slipping even faster.
Yeah, for real.
So,
That
but
El
yeah.
Diablo.
For real, that's why they call it the devil. So, it takes around 8 to 12 hours to break down your foods, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and your system is incredibly well, I mean, the way God designed it, it can break down things, and that's
Unless
how
it's
it's supposed
corn.
to.
It's don't break down
Corn
corn.
just gonna come out with it. You know how it is. Now, so gum must be something super crazy, but even with your body's incredible digestive system, it takes 7 years, give or take some, to digest it. But yeah, you're gonna put it just on a stall, and you're gonna expect that thing to just disappear?
Nope.
It takes a good 500 years, or when the janitor decides, hey, I'm gonna touch your gum,
Yep.
and put it in a trash can. So if your digestive system can't handle it, why do you think that stall can?
Come on now.
Preach.
It's like, and do you really want the poor little waitress Sally to have to reach under tables and scrape it? I've had to scrape off gum at Dairy Queen before.
Listen, I've had to on the bus, on the
On
church bus. That's nasty because they put it on the carpet. You get that goo going, and then wait a couple seconds and scoop it off with a knife. It's terrible.
It's gross.
Or what's even worse? One's worse when you're just at some table, picnic table or whatever, and for some reason you just have your hand there and you touch it. Nasty. But when it's fresh, you're just like, looking around like when someone from Scream gets a phone call and they're like, "Where you at?"
Yeah, you ready?
You know they're there.
You ready to bust a cap in somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Gum.
Just don't do that, man. Be decent.
Yeah. There's also like energy gum now. Have you heard of that? Like an energy drink? There's energy gum.
So you chew it and just like
Supersonic.
Interesting.
Never had it. I
Well,
saw
I
it
mean,
somewhere
like,
the other day.
Tobacco.
Yeah,
Like
there's
a
tobacco
dip.
gum too.
Well, I'm gonna say like dip gives you a buzz, right?
I guess.
Of some sort. And all you do is just like put it in your mouth. I don't really know, like 100%, but
Well, I think dip. They say there's like little bits of like fiberglass that cut you. You stick it there.
really,
That way, it's like it opens it up, and then like the nicotine gets into your bloodstream or not bloodstream, into your lip,
huh?
and that's how it addicts you.
That is so interesting, actually.
That's what I've heard. I don't
Appreciate
know.
that.
Yeah.
I don't want to tip, but I wanted to get some of that beef jerky again, the shredded kind.
Stick it out in there.
And I bought some the other day and did it. And I just remember it hurt my mouth, and I didn't finish it. It was good, but I didn't finish it.
I stuck gum into my lip a lot, actually.
Yeah, voice crack too. I do too. So
I was like, it saves the flavor. It's like if you're done chewing it for a while, stick it under your lip, and then like 5 minutes or so, pull it back out.
You're
It's still got flavor.
you're like, oh yeah, I still got gum.
I know where that can go.
Unless it is juicy fruit,
Yeah,
That's
that'll
just-
last long.
it'll last about like 5 minutes, man.
Yeah.
Tops. Yeah. Man, so I've heard that Creighton listens to our podcast, but he only messages you, man. Creighton, you have my number, right, man? Hey, Creighton. Hey, you're probably in your car right now.
Driving to Tyler.
Probably driving to Tyler,
to
driving back. This is Mr. RG speaking to you personally. Hey, man, how's life? What you doing? Like your haircut? Look good. G. Text me. Call me.
Hey, man.
Let a brother know you love me. No, it's cool. It's cool. But he texted Steven and said he did not agree with my omnipresent theory. Again, I did not agree with it. I told Steven about this. I said I like to come up with topics and things that get people thinking, but obviously there's like an obvious answer to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like to do it as for topic and as for fun, just something to talk about.
And you have one?
And I do. Okay, this one is almost as stupid, except for it's not. But like, this is like we're gonna have to brainstorm here. Okay,
Oh.
maybe we'll see. So I was thinking, right?
Come on, son.
I have it's a question, right? So, how long does it take for worked out muscles to build its strength back up? right? So you go to the gym, you pump an iron, and the way working out goes and the way you build your muscle is you literally break it down, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get something that's too heavy for your muscle, basically, that are barely enough, and you do it enough times, and it makes it sore, and it breaks down your muscle fibers. And then over the span of a week or so, they finally start building back up, and they build back stronger. Kind of like when you break a bone.
Yeah.
So, my question is how long is that process? And is there a possible way to speed up that process so you can literally get jacked twice as fast?
Yeah. Steroids, probably?
Steroids is
I don't really
just
know.
a drug. I'm thinking,
Yeah. But
so for me, after like a basketball game, or sometimes when I work out, because I don't do that a lot, but after I play a basketball game where I'm just playing basketball, I come back home, it's normally at night, my muscles are super sore, I lay in bed, and I can lay in a position in which my muscles just completely relax. I feel like they're not being used at all, and I feel like it's literally in that healing process. And another, when you sleep, your body normally heals itself.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there's like a position or like something, like say you worked out your arms and now your arms are struggling to rebuild because you're still going about your life doing whatever you're doing, just walking, and that's still moving your muscles, so it's harder for them to build back up. What if you go and you work out and then boom, you immediately put ice on there or whatever, and you just sit there for like 3 hours and just don't move, like you're just your arms? Would they already build back up the muscle? And then boom, go back to the gym, do it again, and in 2 days you're jacked like The Rock.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, again, there's always an obvious answer, right?
I mean,
So
I would say it takes somewhere around like, well, we probably should
keep talking.
need to get Joel on the pod.
right,
Joel would probably know.
you really
But
would.
I would say that your normal person, like when I was working out with Nick, you have your certain days, you know, like back and biceps, or you know, legs and something. You know, what is this called? Your ab workouts. What are those? Come on now.
Core.
Core, yeah, core and something.
Core.
Cool. So I don't know. I feel like because you take a certain day and you work out, I don't know. Some people work out almost every day, but like I know you're supposed to work out at least 3. I would say a normal person probably works out like 4 to 5 days out of the week.
Yeah.
So like by the time you're next week, you're probably like, you know, healed maybe. Almost probably. They're probably like still a little bit.
I'm
That
normally
way
a
when you're still
6-day
going-
person for sure.
Oh, you work out 6 days of a week?
No, I'm saying it takes like 6 days for me to feel not sore.
I'm saying if you go on a Monday and you work out them buys,
Yeah.
they're gonna be sore.
Once
I mean,
I
by
like,
next Monday they might not be healed, but they're like almost healed. That way, like when you're working out, it doesn't hurt super bad, but they're still tore enough to break back down.
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm making any sense, but
I feel like that makes sense. Again, look at us. He's skinny. I'm fat. What do we know about working out?
yeah,
Nada. But that's okay.
not a dang thing.
Not a dang thing. That's good. Not a dang thing.
Not a dang thing.
Yeah, that's some excellent Spanglish.
Excellent.
You never heard of Texcellent?
Nope.
It's Texas, but excellent. Because Texas is excellent. Texcellent.
Amen.
There's a Instagram account that I follow. I don't know if it's called Texcellent or Texas. I think it's called Texas Humor, and they have shirts called Texcellent. Yeah, pretty cool. Maybe I'll cope one and
The cop one.
cop one. I don't know how to read. And bring it to the show.
Yeah.
You were just thinking about the T-shirt that we're gonna
Yeah.
put there.
Well, we need to put the T-shirt up there
My cousin Alejandro is still in Guatemala, and we haven't given him his T-shirt yet, so we're gonna hang it up on the wall
until he comes down to get it.
until he comes down to get it once again.
Yes.
So, as far as my my main topics that I try to come up with, that was what I wrote down. And I know we're not on the reflect to deflect, but I'm gonna mention something.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mention it. So I have to say this on the podcast because I said it on the podcast.
That makes
If
sense.
I didn't, I wouldn't have to reflect nor deflect.
Okay.
But I was talking about a Kacey Mustgraves song that came out a while back called "Fix You." Right?
I remember it.
You do? Yeah, so I was like, dude, yeah, it's a pretty great song. I don't know if I said it sound familiar or not. I don't know. But anyways, and
Hers is a cover too.
Then I mentioned We the Kings doing a cover of it. And I'm like, yeah, they did a cover of Kacey Mustgraves song. That's so
Which
weird.
Was pretty new.
It was pretty great. Yeah, and it's super new. I was like, that's awesome. And then I was talking to my sister, you know, the music whiz, and her friend Hope, and they're like, they did a cover of that song. That's a cover. Coldplay does that song. I'm like, really? I'm like, I knew this song sounded familiar when Kacey first released it.
Yeah.
But not enough where I really thought it was a cover. I was like, this just sounds familiar. It's really good. Before. Yeah. And so I was like, I'll look it up. Song came out in freaking 2005.
Wow.
Yeah. I was 5. How would I know? How would I know?
I also don't listen to Coldplay, so I wouldn't know.
I like Coldplay enough.
I think I
could not actually sit there and name you a song from them. Other than, what did they sing? Did they sing Paralyzed? Paralyzed.
I think so.
I think they do.
I think that's it.
Anyway, so I'm not like a Coldplay fan, but I'm not a hater of them either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't know that. So I deflect on the fact that I was telling everybody about these songs and how We the Kings did a cover of Kacey Mustgraves song, but apparently there's a lot of people doing covers of these people of that song specifically of Coldplay. Yeah, It's a great song, it really is. So feel like an idiot, but that's okay. When do we not?
Yeah, for real.
When do I not? That's the facts. I always feel like an idiot.
I feel like there's a lot of times we put our foot in our mouths on this thing.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about just saying what we want to say, is we're not very intelligent. We don't know anything, actually.
The good thing about only having 22 subscribers.
The bad thing, how many?
22.
Hey! That's the bad thing about us talking about the Bible is, I went to church my whole life, and I know a lot, but a lot of it's kind of just like mixed in with other things, and I feel like I'm sometimes just not telling it how it actually was, and I have to correct myself later, and it sucks. But if I'm mentioning a Bible story, I didn't do the research on it right then. It just popped into my head, so I'm starting to talk about it. So I'm saying the knowledge that I remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could do the research, but I can't do it right then. I'm gonna have to do it after, and I can do it after, and then reflect and deflect on it. But then it's already too late. It's a week too late. Whoever heard and knows the real answer, they gonna bullcrap on me.
Yep.
And I don't want to be bullcrapped on.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody want to be bullcrapped on. That stinks.
Well, I think it's funny that we were talking about how we wish they would just go back to the basics in preaching.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And you notice that they're doing an Elijah. He said he's going to do an
Elijah so
thing.
Because we were talking about that, and then I was listening to a podcast about Elijah and Elisha.
Yeah.
It was the most confusing podcast I've ever heard. He was like, Elijah. And I swear he messed up like 5 times because I was so confused.
Well, I don't know. I was like, hey, here we go. Maybe a little bit, but it's probably still going to be like a 6 Sunday series. It's like, I just
most
want
definitely.
to know about Elijah, man. Come on.
I was listening to it, and I was just like, I want to know. I was trying to figure out, all right, which one went up in the chariot. I forgot they were like best buds in the same time frame.
No,
that's what makes it more confusing.
They were like Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out which one went up in the chariot.
Elijah. And
which one was getting made fun of for being bald, and kids got mauled by the bears.
It was both Elijah, wasn't it?
Huh?
Was the 2 different?
It was just one.
Yeah, that was both Elijah.
I don't know. The guy was too confusing. He said, you talked about Elijah going up in the...
It might be Elisha.
He talked about Elijah going up in the flame chariot.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
I think of that because when they put Elijah on the thing at church, he has flames around it.
Yeah, that's true.
So Elijah went up in the chariot, and I thought he said Elisha with the bear, and then I couldn't tell if he's saying Elisha or Elijah, or if the chariot was a backflash. I mean, something way out in the future, but I thought he said it first. So I figured it happened first. I need to do some research, man. I'm lost.
Yeah, well, when podcasters fail you, Bro Greg gonna save it, bro. Bro Greg gonna come in and tell you exactly how it went down.
Yeah. Especially if he hears this, he's probably gonna call me out. It's okay, I guess. Especially last night, like 2 people sneezed at the same time, and he called them out, and man, I had to sneeze like right after. I said, heck nah. I was not about to get called out, man, because I had to sneeze like right after, and I said,
that was funny.
Hold that in, like it's Coke.
Yeah, He didn't call him out in like a mean sense though.
No.
It was just like a man. Lord bless y'all, both of y'all over there or something.
I mean, we looked at each other like, they're bad Christians if they sneezing.
Yeah.
They're praying without sneezing.
Praying without sneezing. Yeah. Creighton said that he'd buy a shirt that said
Oh yeah, that was the other thing he said.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Praying without sneezing. And then like have the verse and then be like put GGV by it. Or,
Hey.
dude.
People like, what the heck? We had to have like GGV in parentheses so they know it's like a Bible version.
Yeah, the Bible version.
And then, but we can't be too graphic with that because no one wants to see snot in the picture. So we can just put just words, huh?
Yeah, I think it's just words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just praying without sneezing.
And lean snot
And then,
on your own
I guess,
understandings.
Still have the Gonzalez and Galyean QR code on the back.
Always. I mean, you can say Gonzalez and Galyean and then QR, or it can just have a QR. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At this point, we're self-marketing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I had some other merch ideas and I can't remember what they were now.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be kind of fire. I think I've already told you about some of them though. But it'll be alright. So, if y'all want a praying without sneezing t-shirt, y'all let us know.
Yes.
Hit us up in the DMs or hit us up in real life. And maybe
Dude,
we'll
real
think about
life. If you know us enough where you can hit us, hit us up in real life, then man, you're in for a treat. You're in for a blessing.
Yeah.
We are the bonus scripture, so to speak.
Also, if you don't actually know us and you listen to our podcast, hit us up in the DMs because that would actually make my day.
Yeah, it'd make us feel somewhat famous. It honestly would be really cool to find out because most of the people that listen to podcasts, as of right now, are people that know us. Like I would say 100% maybe.
Probably.
So if you listen to the podcast at any point, especially this one because we're telling you, and you know us, I mean you don't know us, like you just like
Shout
found
out.
us somehow, some way. Literally, just let us know. That'd be awesome. It would make our day.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we got actual fans.
Yeah, leave a comment on one of our posts or hit us up in the DMs. Or
Yeah, for sure.
leave a comment on the YouTube channel.
Make us feel loved.
Don't be afraid to comment, guys. Come on. Any of you.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, get on them comment sections, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
You don't know. That's not British. I don't know how that happened. You don't know, but
you don't know how the impact you might make in someone else's life.
You never know. One of your comments might become a topic on the pod.
That'd be awesome. So I normally have like silly, like not a topic but questions, right? That I've done. Was it last week that I did the omnipresence, or was it 2 weeks ago?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
So I did that 2 weeks ago, and then I did this one this week, huh?
That was when Jesse was gone.
Yeah. That's probably why I had too much time to myself. But so if you have a topic or a question really, like something strange, just like you want us to dig into,
keep it to yourself
and go through in the podcast.
Keep it to
yourself. Let us know on Instagram, on the DMs, in person, whatever you want.
Comment, whatever.
Yeah. And we will discuss it. And we'll give you a heck nah or a
amen.
Or an amen. Yes, sir.
There we go.
They're right beside each other, kind of.
Amen.
Or,
heck nah.
And that's how it goes.
Yep, that's the way the fish swims. I just made that up.
Did you
right
really?
off the cuff?
I think that's almost a phrase.
No,
but I think it's,
you ain't heard that before.
Maybe. I mean, keep swimming.
Keep swimming.
A shark only moves in one direction. A fish can move in like backwards and stuff. Sharks can only go forward, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
That wasn't important in Jaws. I'm talking about sharks.
No, because I've seen so many movies they're going and they're like, well, they for sure can turn, but I've never seen them swim backwards. But I don't know if I've ever really seen a fish swim backwards either.
Yeah, I don't know if I have either.
So
it's like they say that about hogs. Hogs can't go backwards.
Hawks or hogs?
Hogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that because people always said if a hog comes after you, sometimes the best thing you do is just jump over him. Yeah. I don't know how well that worked for me, but
yeah. Well, they say that about when you get like a fence with barbed wire to catch a hog, like a hog.
Yeah. That's two.
Got him.
2 for 2.
What was I talking about? Hogs. And they go into like a fence of barbed wire.
Yeah.
It's like they can't back up, so you've caught them.
No. Kinda.
Yeah, well, I mean they can tear it up.
Here's another thing I've heard about hogs. If they can get their head through they can get their whole body through.
Well, that's true about rats.
No,
Because
it is
rats can,
true
like,
about
change
hogs. Because I've seen it firsthand as well.
Yeah.
A hog, Louis was in this cage in my grandparents' house. Got its head through. About 2 seconds later, all the way through.
Mm.
And it was wild.
Yeah, they say that rats can do that too, like with a hole. They like their bones are like not actually hard. They can like
I feel like cats can do that as well.
possibly.
Cats are so tiny and nimble. They're little ninjas.
Unless they're spoiled, then they are some of the more obese animals on the planet.
Yes, that's facts.
Yep.
Garfield, man.
Garfield,
Poor guy.
lasagna.
He just loved it.
I don't know how you can eat lasagna all the time. I like lasagna every once in a while.
Yeah, it's great.
Not all the time though.
Anything Italian. I don't like Italian food in restaurants. I like it homemade.
Mm.
Almost like Mexican food as well. Now I can go to a Mexican restaurant and normally I just get fajitas, right?
I love Mexican
But
food.
like if I'm gonna eat Mexican food, authentic Mexican food, like if it's a restaurant and it's authentic, yeah, great. But if it's like homemade, like Miss Dora,
Shout out.
man, that's some good food. That's some good eating, man. That is some good eating.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best eating you can get.
Yep. The rice. Oh my gosh.
That rice.
The homemade hot chocolate.
Yes.
To die for.
I don't know what to die. To die is very morbid.
Mm.
But it's to die for.
Yeah. See.
Yeah. Man.
Man.
I feel bad. Because I started this podcast off so strong. I was ready to go. And I feel like I almost got just boring. It's sad. It's terrible. But it's okay. It's okay because we're at the point where we got to talk about our topics.
Yeah. Look at us.
I know.
Almost 40 minutes without even
That's-
touching our topics.
Great.
We're so good.
Matter of fact, last week I think it was our longest podcast, was it not?
I think it was.
A minute and
An hour and
an
10
hour
minutes.
and 10. I literally said this in the podcast. So, since I don't really have a work story. Just we hung a drop. We got done splicing. We didn't have light, and then we found out we hung it to the wrong place. And we had to go way over here instead. So we had to rehang the whole thing. And I don't like backtracking, so I was not very happy. I wasn't mad. I was just very overwhelmed. So, but we had to rehang it. Got it going. It's all good. And that's my work story.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm so bad at thinking about work stories, man. So, and I'm gonna go into this. I don't have any music, so you can go through both right now if you like.
I don't really have a work story either. Nothing interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I had a guy tell me he's never going to come back. He got kind of mad at me, but that's all right. I mean, I've never seen him there before.
Yeah.
So it's not like we lost anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People just mean.
Yeah.
They're just mean.
And then there was the parade. I got to watch the homecoming parade from
Oh,
the
yeah?
dock. That was kind of interesting.
That's
Happens
cool.
every year.
So they drive all the way from one side of Mineola to the other.
Yeah, they start like
Huh.
the story goes like on like the Moores Road. That's where they start.
Interesting. I actually didn't know that.
I think they end over there at the Church of Christ, right there over behind the Sonic.
Yeah.
That's where they stop.
I would figure they go a little further than that, but I guess not. There's not any like other restaurants or nothing back that way. So
Uncle Bo's.
yeah, that's true. So you got music?
Not really. I'm still working on social and Water Park G
Mm-hmm.
because
Get reacting and whatnot.
Yes, it takes forever. It's too much going on. But I'm almost done with Cars on the Road, and She-Hulk just ended, so it's gonna open up some more time for me.
I need to watch Cars on the Road.
Yeah, it's fun, dude.
I've been watching Scream. I think I
Yeah.
told you that. So we're on season 2. It's been pretty excellent so far. I can't really say it's Texan because it's not
Yeah.
from Texas. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably an actor in there who's from Texas, but
Probably.
I don't know. It's
Um,
excellent.
What's the name of the town that they're in? It's like Lakeview? Lake
Hollow or something. I don't know.
Hollow.
I don't know. Some,
That's like the violin thing.
yeah,
I love that.
but it's pretty cool. It's a good
Yeah,
show.
I love that
I
show.
like it. But that's all I've been watching. So
Dang.
yeah.
Well, I watched a movie called, I don't know if you've heard of it, Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul. You heard that?
No.
It's not that good. I watched it.
Is that
it's
actually
like,
a Christian movie or?
no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
It was like about a scandal where a pastor there was a scandal with him and they were part of this huge mega church, and so like they lost all their following, so like he's been rehabilitated or whatever. Rehabilitated. Yeah, him and his wife, and they're about to open the church back on Easter Sunday.
There you go.
This huge thing. So they get a documentary crew to like film their comeback because they're still rich because of all the money. And I was like, I couldn't tell for sure. It was rated R, so I knew like it probably wasn't gonna be very spiritual.
Christ-like.
Yeah. They're like walking up to the church, and he stops in a thing of gum. That's funny. Gum came back up, and he starts throwing curse words around. And he looks at the director, and he's like, "Hey, you can cut that out though, can't you?" And she doesn't say anything. That's like her thing. Like she's a fly on the wall director. She doesn't ever say anything back. So I was like, it's gonna be one of them movies. And like the whole time, like they're so corrupt. I mean, they're corrupt anyways.
Yeah.
They're like, it was almost like The Eyes of Tammy Faye, but The Eyes of Tammy Faye actually had like a story. It was about Tammy Faye going through that whole process, and this was just like, it was them trying to reopen their church, but like it was really just sad to watch, really, because they didn't include God in it at all.
Dang.
Like you're not even seeking God for reopening this church. Like it's all about them. Like what are we gonna wear? And like his first service back, he like takes his shirt off, and like you can see his abs and everything while he's like apologizing, and like he's the type that's telling you like you do this and like you'll end up with a jet, that type of like prosperity. And he's like, look at me, you see what the clothes I'm wearing, you see all this? And it's like, dude, no. All the acting was good, but then you find out in the scandal what the scandal was, and he was messing with like underage dudes. Yeah, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's like it might be based on true story, I don't know, but it's like you're literally taking like
the person who's supposed to be like you're really supposed to look up to, and then being something terrible.
It might be based on true story.
Even if it's not based on true story, I'm sure that it is a true story. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's happened before.
Yeah.
But it's like they didn't really do anything in the movie to allude to Christianity being a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, there was like one scene where like the wife was trying to get divorced from him.
Yeah.
And then her mom came down and she like preached to her that divorce is not an option. It's like you made a promise to God, and this like that whole scene was like, there's actually some good stuff here. The rest of it, I'm
garbage.
Like, you're just like trashing Christianity, making us look like crap. When like, the prosperity thing ain't the real thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's not even like the real what the gospel.
That's kind of like the gemstones, righteous gemstones that I watched. So
they're prosperity too.
I mean, they were just a mega church.
Yeah.
So
I still want to watch that.
Yeah.
But then I watched what was the thing? Oh, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean 4. Finally.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not as good as stuff.
No, it's great.
Yeah. Story, dumb, pretty much. They're trying to find the Fountain of Youth.
Oh
The thing is, Jack Sparrow, and then like his first mate, Gibbs, I think is his name, and then Captain Barbossa. They're the only people that come back. So in a way, it feels like a spinoff. Like this should have been called Jack Sparrow and the Fountain of Youth. Is what it should have been called, not Pirates of the Caribbean, because where are all the other pirates at?
Right. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all right.
It's alright.
I heard the fifth one's better though. So.
Yeah, that's the latest one.
Yeah, I've always heard the fourth one is the worst. So
I think I've heard that. I didn't like the fourth one, but
that's it.
Cool. I'm probably gonna wrap it up pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
Just letting you know. Hey, I got stuff to do. People to see, places to go. No, but
places to go, like the restroom.
Yeah. What are you gonna say it on the pod? But
it's all right.
I'll be on the pod. So, do you spit gum? Do you put gum under people's tables?
Heck no.
You don't.
Do you put it in restroom stalls?
No.
Heck no.
You throw it in the pasture.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
I put my on my heck no's because you brought juicy fruit. If you're gonna buy gum, do you buy juicy fruit?
Heck no.
You don't.
You
don't, man.
You just leave juicy fruit at Walmart.
Unless you want it for 5 minutes. But
yeah.
If that. Man. I just don't know. Do you have a reflect, deflect? I guess I already mentioned mine, really, so.
Reflect and deflect?
I reflect and deflect that Steven mentioned I needed to use the restroom, but hey, it's facts.
Yeah, I guess I can reflect and deflect on calling you out for that.
Yeah, man, it's fine. Oh well.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good on everything else.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess I can. No, I'm not gonna reflect talking trash about that movie. It's like I don't know. I just didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
And
Hey, if you have an opinion, man, on a movie, I feel like you don't have to reflect.
The thing is, like, I compared it to The Eyes of Tammy Faye, and both of them are white. And this movie was about a black pastor, and I don't want people thinking that.
Oh snap!
That's why you didn't like it. That's not true. I said the acting and everything was great. They did great. Like,
yeah.
It's Sterling Brown. I think he's a great actor, but and he did good in this role.
Some shows, man, they're just not your favorite. That's okay.
I don't know. I just made me kind of sick. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hit 45, so that's great.
45.
Not an hour, but it's still good. So, I guess we'll end it with that then.
All right.
45.
45.
All right.
I'll call it 45.
45. Gonzalez
Galyean.
Out.